Okay, hi everybody. Um, let's get started. So, welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I am Vanessa and I am a nutritional therapist and the menopause specialist. I am live on Instagram and in my Facebook group, Take Control of Your Menopause. So, if I'm looking in different directions, that is why. So, today, I'm going to teach you what is likely causing your sleep issues, and most importantly, what you can do about it. So you don't you don't wake up feeling like you've just been hit by a bus. In my 6-month program, the Revitalize method, getting good quality sleep is absolutely crucial. It's something that I work with all of my clients with. It's in module 8 of the program because without good sleep, it's really difficult to get improvements in other areas. If you are watching live, please do give me a wave and let me know that you are here. Yeah, let me know any questions and I will try and answer them. So before we get started, before we get started, make sure that if you are watching on Instagram, you are following me so you don't miss my weekly videos. If you're watching in the Facebook group, turn on those notifications. And if you are tuning in on YouTube, where I will be posting this afterwards, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified when I do post a new video. Now, it's really important to know this. Most people who struggle with chronically with sleep, and I'm not talking about the occasional bad night, I'm talking about those who struggle on a regular basis, um, either to get good quality sleep or good quantity of sleep, or it can be both. Um, and often they don't understand the true root cause of it. And most people will do all the things that they've read about, like going to bed at the same time every night, coming off blue screens early enough, using blackout blinds, taking magnesium supplements, using essential oils, and so on. And look, those are all absolutely great. I highly recommend doing all of those things. But if you're somebody that's still struggling, for some, it's just not enough. Okay, it's just not enough. In this video, it's going to be really important to understand that there are other things that can be underlying your poor sleep. And I'm going to explain what those are so that you can finally start to get that 7 to 8 hours of sleep, that deep, rejuvenating sleep that you so desire. I know how what it's like. I've had sleep problems in the past myself, and when you haven't had that deep sleep and you don't have that rejuvenating sleep, you wake up and you feel a bit like a zombie, and it's just not. It's not conducive to a great day. It's very bad for our health if it keeps on going on. Okay, so let's get into it. So, reason number one is your blood sugar. And your blood sugar and insulin are up the spout. This is the one that I start everybody with because most people have got issues with their blood sugar control and insulin. And it's the one thing that, if you get it sorted and you get it back into balance, can really make a big impact on your sleep. A lot of people don't realize just how much their blood sugar affects their sleep. And when we hit our menopause years and we start to lose progesterone and then our estrogens, our blood sugar and insulin control becomes that much harder. And so, controlling your blood sugar, working on that balance of blood sugar, and improving your sensitivity to insulin is absolutely critical. And that alone can make a big difference for some people. Now, it's not the answer for everybody, but everybody will get benefits from balancing their blood sugar. Reason number two why you're not getting that great sleep is you're not able to utilize your magnesium properly. Now, magnesium is an absolutely crucial mineral. It's one of the 4 macro minerals. You've got calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium. All of them are critical minerals. They are the minerals that we have in most abundance in our body. And most people are lacking in magnesium because it is very depleted in our food. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of why, but most people are lacking it. Everybody really needs to supplement it. But, and this is a big but, just because you supplement magnesium doesn't necessarily mean that you can utilize it properly. And I see this day in, day out with clients when I run a mineral test where their magnesium is showing extremely high. And when it shows extremely high, it's not actually high. It's what we call loss. We're losing the magnesium. It's being pushed out of the cells and we're not actually able to use it and get the benefits from it. So when I see that high magnesium, actually it's the same effect as somebody who's not got enough magnesium going into their body in the first place. And so if you're taking a ton of magnesium and you're still getting symptoms of a lack of magnesium, for example, that can be the problem. And that's why I love to mineral test with people, because it tells us. And what do you do if you do have issues with magnesium and you're not utilizing it properly? You have to look at the other cofactor minerals that help to deposit the magnesium where it needs to go inside the cells. It has these friends, these mates, other minerals, if you like, that are really important, and the balance of them is absolutely critical. So that's number 2. Some people are not getting the benefits from magnesium, or they're not taking magnesium in the first place. Number 3 is you're lacking progesterone. Now, you may know this, but when we hit our perimenopause years, the first sex hormone to start to decline. It's very weird looking between the 2 cameras. I don't know what it looks like to you guys, but you're lacking, when you hit perimenopause, you start to lack, to drop progesterone. It's the first sex hormone to decline. And progesterone disrupts the sleep centers in our brain, and estradiol as well. Progesterone is a very, very sedative hormone. And when we start to lose it, it can seriously affect our sleep. When it's taken as a supplement, not a supplement, but as a medication, as a capsule, as HRT, it can be especially helpful by working on your GABA neurotransmitter receptors, which induce a calm brain, and by acting directly on sleep centers of the brain as well. And so encouraging our bodies to be able to produce enough progesterone is really important if we are still of the age where we can, produce more of it. And that comes down to lots of things, including, very importantly, managing your stress. But you can obviously use HRT under a medical professional's guidance, and that can be a game changer for some people. But, and there's a big but, it doesn't work for everybody, and it's not the answer for everybody. And unfortunately, lots of women I see take HRT, and yet they're still not getting an improvement in sleep. And then we've got to look elsewhere. What else is causing us to have dysregulated sleep? Tell me, does this resonate? Give me a thumbs up in the comments if it does. I want to know whether this is landing for you. Is this helpful? Is it resonating? Are you noticing things that could be an issue for you? Let me know in the comments. Reason number 4 is an altered circadian rhythm. and it's linked to a drop in estradiol as well, which is one of our most prolific estrogen. It's the one that we have most of. This in turn can affect your melatonin production because melatonin is strongly correlated with our circadian rhythm. Melatonin has lots of uses in the body. It's a very powerful antioxidant, but its most notable one is being for our sleep. And um, it's a sleep hormone. It should be at its highest at night when we are ready to drift off to sleep, and it should be at its lowest in the morning. And it works in opposition to cortisol. So as cortisol rises in the morning, melatonin should tail off, and then vice versa in the evening. Our circadian rhythm dictates multiple processes in the body, including alertness, or sleepiness, as I said, appetite and body temperature. The body's internal clock is naturally aligned with the cycle of night and day. And that's what our circadian rhythm is. It can be easily disrupted. And whilst natural melatonin levels differ according to our age and actually our sex, most people have consistent melatonin levels up until they get to about 40, and then it starts to decline. And that can result in deficiencies. Things like increased light exposure, especially at night, can suppress melatonin secretion. So, not using watching TV, these new TVs have blue lights emitted, not using your mobile, not being on your tablet, all really important. But sometimes melatonin supplementation needs to be done as well. In this country, in the UK, we can't buy melatonin over the counter. In the US and other countries, you can actually get it in loads of places, not even just places like pharmacies. You can actually get it in corner shops and things, I believe. But in the UK, only a GP can prescribe it. It's not one that I believe people should be taking for long periods of time, but it can help for short term. But we also have to work on that circadian rhythm, but it takes time. It's not something that is going to just switch on back to balance overnight. You can also boost your melatonin with foods. So things like one of the best sources is tart cherries, goji berries, eggs, fish, some nuts like pistachios and almonds are also really good for melatonin. So making sure you're getting lots of those into your diet as well is really important. And then finally, reason number 5, you have copper toxicity or other heavy metals which are excitatory to the brain. Again, this is one that you wouldn't know unless you do a mineral test to identify whether there are issues with copper toxicity. Blood tests are not so great for this. It's much better to do a mineral, a full mineral panel, and that will show copper toxicity. And copper is a very excitatory mineral, but it's a metal as well. And when we have too much of it, especially in the brain, it can really affect our sleep. From personal experience, I have experienced this. When I started to do mineral testing, I had a huge amount of hidden copper in my body. And as my body got stronger, I was able to start shifting it. And as it started to shift, I really noticed that my sleep was affected, and it just felt like my head was electric on certain nights. There are ways to deal with that, which I did, and that really helped. But you've got to know what you're doing. But it is one of those minerals. And there are lots of women, unfortunately, that are very copper toxic because copper rises in line with estrogens, and that includes estrogens from the pill and from other sources, copper water pipes, but especially the pill, the contraceptive pill, the injection, the implants, all the things that we've all had without realizing the damage that they can do. So copper is another big one. So that's number 5. So that's the end of today, because we're just coming up to 15 minutes and I don't want to run over. Tell me, did you find that informative? Did you find that helpful? If you did, please do give this video a like. If you found it helpful, let me know so that I know that this is the sort of information that is useful. Now, if you are struggling with rubbish sleep despite your best efforts and despite trying all the things, and getting a good night's sleep would change your life, then that means you need to dig deeper into what is causing your sleep issues, and that requires expert knowledge. You've got to know what to do. On Monday, the 22nd of January at 7:30 p.m. on Zoom, I am going to be running a revamped live version of my super informative masterclass, in which I will be going deeper into these topics than I can today in this short period. It runs for about 60 minutes and you'll get a chance to ask your questions directly to me. Plus, for those who show up live for the first time, I am offering a free prize draw to give you the chance to win a menopause assessment, an in-depth one-to-one review with me. I'll review your current health and menopause status with a questionnaire. I will review your diet and food journal if you would like me to, and I will look at any recent labs that you have got, such as GP blood tests. Anything that you've got, then I will look at those. We'll then have a consultation and you'll walk away with a clear idea of what that means for you and your best next steps. It's worth £300. You will only get entered into the prize draw if you actually come to the live class. So it's only for those who attend the live class, not the recording. If you'd like to come along, just comment masterclass wherever you're watching this today, whether that's on Instagram, on Facebook in my group, or even on YouTube, and we'll make sure to share the link with you to save your place for that. And again, it's on Monday, the 22nd of January at 7:30 p.m. Okay, that's it for today. I will be back next Thursday, same time, same place. And don't forget, if you're watching on Instagram, please follow if you're not already. Like this video, comment, let me know what you thought, let me know any questions, share. And if you're watching in my Facebook group, then again, please do like it so that I know that this is useful information. Comment and let me know your thoughts or questions. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. All right, I hope you found that helpful. I will see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.